Are you exhausting yourself trying to make a sale online and wonder what in the world you're doing wrong?
Have you about given up figuring out which technique is the best way to sell online?
Well, maybe you're like me, not a salesperson, so you have no clue what's the best way to sell online.
In today's training, we're going to explore the 5 best ways to sell online so people are compelled to buy. And we'll do that right after this.
Well, I'm Dana, and this is my husband, David. Together, we bring you DavidnDana.com to empower home business owners with effective breakthrough strategies to boost your home business success.
If this is your first time visiting our channel, we're delighted you stopped by. Before you forget, go ahead and subscribe and ring the bell icon so you'll be sure to get a special advance notification when we publish our next video training. And if you've been here before, we want you to know we deeply appreciate you and are delighted to have you as part of our growing community.
So let's dive into the training you've come for. But first, I'd like to say that selling is simply not an easy task. Some people seem to be totally suited to asking for the sale, to closing sales and making lots of money. The rest of us may be left scratching our heads, wondering what memo we missed. But making sales can be simple. Now you're wondering, how can something that's not easy still be simple?
So, what's the best way to sell online for you? Well, whether you're a network marketer, an affiliate marketer, a storefront owner wanting social media exposure, or some other entrepreneur, you know that if you don't close the deal, you make zero money. You've also heard your job as a marketer is to provide solutions. And frankly, the best way to sell online is to sell a solution as opposed to selling your product. As an attraction marketer, you want to provide the exact solutions your target audience needs. However, for this video, we're more focused on the close.
That's right, David. It's important to make that distinction between selling a product and selling a solution. How you approach the techniques of selling online we're about to share is critical. If you haven't already, make a list of all the solutions your products and services provide. You're going to need those as we walk through the 5 techniques. You can determine which is the best way to sell online for you. Feel free to pause the video and grab some paper.
Now, no matter which technique you use, your end goal is the same. This may surprise you. It's not money. Well, it is. But the answer I was looking for here was a decision. You're looking for your prospect to make a decision.
That's right. Keep in mind that people usually don't buy from you on their first encounter. So you want to know, are they interested or not in buying today? Will they be attending a webinar this week? Have they opted in for your irresistible lead magnet? Or did you schedule a follow-up call with them? The idea is to move them along in your funnel. Then, when they do reach the point of decision, you need to figure out which technique offers you the best way to sell online for your business model. So what's the best way to close, David?
Well, the first way to stimulate a decision to buy is to get on the phone. And this is probably the simplest of all the techniques, and you should do this when you're first getting started. It may not seem to be the best way to sell online at first because you feel like you don't know what you're doing. But with practice, and you should do this a lot, you'll get better. And the important thing to remember is that they hear your voice. You're a real person to them. Now, if you're not sure how to talk to strangers on the phone, we've got another training video on starting conversations with strangers. Remember, knowing how to talk with people is a valuable skill set. You'll be getting to know them, digging up their pain points and what their dreams and goals are. When you're clear on what your product or service solves, you'll know immediately if you can help a person or not. Don't sell them something they need. Move on and find someone who does need it.
The second effective way to sell online is to send an email. You should be growing an email list because in an email you can send an offer directly. You can invite your prospect to take a look at your offer without even opening your mouth. This is an excellent way to sell online for an introvert. However, for high-ticket items, more than $2,000, you still want to get your prospect on the phone.
Now, this next technique is a bit more advanced, and that's to create a high-converting sales page. This is simply a piece of your funnel where you put your offer in writing. Make it as attractive as you can, speak to their pain points, offer your solution, use testimonials, and focus on all the benefits. Now, to begin, ask yourself, what will the prospect learn or gain from using your product? For example, better skin, more leads, tighter abs are all examples of solutions. And good copywriting is critical here. We have lots of training available for this technique if you'd like to explore it as your best way to sell online.
Well, technique number 4 is to start a challenge. This is a fun way to meet people and build relationships. A challenge is an interactive way to deliver content and value to your prospects over a series of days. You can call this a challenge, a workshop, a boot camp, a training event, whatever. As one of the best ways to sell online, it helps you build rapport with your attendees. You are solving their problem over time. They are getting to know you, trust you, and hopefully like you. You want to make this a free challenge leading to a bigger paid item. Make sure your challenge is congruent with what it points to. We have a challenge that you may have already been part of. It's our 5-day Facebook recruiting workshop. For 5 days, you'll receive a new training video and action steps. At the end of the 5 days, I offer you an opportunity to work with us and dive a little deeper into your business building.
Technique number 5 is to host a webinar. Now, this is a great way to get your message in front of a lot of people at once. Percentage-wise, you should see more sales from a webinar if done well than most other means of selling one-to-many. However, it's a skill that takes time to learn. Plus, you'll need to have a way of getting people to register, either organically or using paid ads, and you'll also need a strategy to encourage registrants to actually attend. People generally know that a webinar is going to lead to an offer, so that helps you and makes this technique one of the best ways to sell online.
So, are you using any or all of these 5 techniques to sell your products and services? We hope you're getting some ideas. If you've gotten value from this presentation so far, be sure to like the video, subscribe, and ring the bell icon. We'd love it if you'd share this with your audience too.
In our coaching platform called Your 90-Day Pathway to Profit, you'll see this idea of closing or capturing a decision is several steps in to your business flowchart. One deciding event sums up the best way to sell online and so much more. Now, if you're just getting started in online marketing, you're going to want to be sure to have gotten the prior steps completed or at least have them a work in progress.
And when you can build your business with all the right pieces and in the right sequence, the success seems to flow a lot faster. We didn't know this at first in our business. We did a little of this and a little of that without knowing how it all fit together. After all, we came into this with no sales or marketing background at all. Ministry and a legal profession prepared us for the empathy and the organization, the strategic planning, but the rest has cost us a great deal in self-funded education.
Well, you don't have to struggle any longer. Save yourself both some time and money. Get yourself on the right pathway from the start or wherever you currently are. Are you serious enough and ready to see some profit in your business? You've got a piece of the puzzle with this article, Learning the 5 Best Ways to Sell Online. Your next step is to click the link in the description below and schedule a free consultation with us to find out if the 90-day pathway to profit is right for you.
And until next time, may God bless your day.